Rather than eating a family-sized bag of Doritos in 20 minutes, what are some healthy snack alternatives that can be consumed in large amounts?
Probably celery or cucumber. You might be able to get away with watermelon as well. I once went through 3.5 watermelons a week. Watermelon is great. I tend to eat roasted dry seaweed packs. Only like 25 calories a pack and not that much sodium if you get good ones. Snap peas.
Add a hint of fruits to get your salty fix.
Reddit, what's a subtle way to tell someone that you like them?
Text me when you make it home.
I like video games, knitting, Cheetos, classic rock, and magic tricks. See what I did there?
Pee in a circle around them. Then start violently attacking anyone who enters the circle.
Next time you happen to lock eyes, give them a wink, another wink, and then blow them a kiss. Quickly follow that, with a swirl of the hips and a simultaneous head nod downwards. That should subtly get your point across.
What problem was invented just to sell a product?
Printers telling you they're out of ink way before they are actually out.
Valentine's Day.
What is the most panic-inducing phrase someone could say to you?
Via text, call me now. In general, it is dependent on the person.
Come in and close the door, yikes boss.
The police are at the door.
We need to talk. Edit, first silver. Thank you, kind stranger.
Don't move, looking at something crawling on my shoulder.
Americans of Reddit, given the chance, would you like the US to join the metric system? Why or why not?
I agree, a 15.53 centimeter penis sounds so much larger.
A quarter of Americans would go for it. The other 50% would be as confused as hell.
Nah. I think we should make yet another system and adopt that. Pros: more efficient, scientific community and military uses metric, internationally recognized. Cons: using the US system annoys European Redditors and that sustains me.
What's a uniquely European problem?
Different Netflix content when you change country.
Studying a few months in a neighboring country, falling in love, getting married and suddenly having a bunch of relatives you can't talk to. Happens very quickly here. Happened to me.
Having a website in Russian language automatically because some people still think your country is part of Soviet Union.
Having to dig massive catacombs under cities to store all the dead bodies.
Teachers of Reddit, what's the weirdest rumor you've heard about a student? What's a question the internet can't answer?
How to fix router.
Why is Gamara?
Has anyone seen my car keys?
Who let the dogs out?
Who killed John Benet Ramsey?
Dear Reddit, what is your weirdest dream/nightmare you've ever had?
Being chased through an abandoned hospital Scooby-Doo style by the 1940s Wolfman, while everything was black and white.
Gamers, what game did you play over 1,000 hours?
Europa Universalis 4. Those motherfuckers at Paradox know how to make a game.
Diablo 2. So many cow runs.
RuneScape. Oh dear lord, RuneScape. Although 1,000 hours is amateur numbers.
TF2. In high school, my friends and I would all get on around 10 p.m. and play until 1 a.m. It was the perfect backdrop to talk about life, and when conversation stalled, we would freak out and get way too into the game.
Minecraft and Halo, Reach.
What movie would be totally NSFW if you remove just one letter from the title?
Cloudy with a chance of eat balls.
Wet Side Story.
Wild Wild Wet. Ho Fuzz.
Requiem for a Ream.
What's your favorite fact to tell people?
If Hitler's father hadn't changed his name, they would have all been saying Heil Schickelgruber.
That until 6 centuries ago, nobody outside the Americas knew what a potato was.
Millions and millions of trees are planted each year due to squirrels forgetting where they buried their nuts.
You're allowed to body swap with anyone on Earth for 24 hours, as in the movie Freaky Friday. Whose life do you swap with and what would you do?
My wife. Also, my wife.
Any astronaut on the International Space Station so I could float around and see the universe from that perspective.
Swap with someone wealthy and forget a nice chunk of money somewhere. I'd probably feel bad after, but if they can afford to lose it, I can afford to gain it.
Swap with Jeff Bezos and give myself a few billions.
Why did you start using Reddit?
Because you don't have to have friends to use Reddit.
My buddy was like, check this out, it's super cool. Now I spent quite some time scrolling this hellhole.
I got sick of Inger.
Dig died.
Baldies. When you wash your face, where do you stop?
My hairline starts at my ass crack, so there.
Just keep on going back until I get to the back of my ankles. That's my secret cap. I always wash the whole thing. I've got a whole head full of face.
I don't see why a bald person would even stop.